Tomorrow is National Missing Children's Day, and here to talk more about that is Kym Pasqualini, founder of the Nation's Missing Children Organization and the National Center for Missing Adults. Thank you so much for joining us. Interesting that we're talking about the day being tomorrow, and then today this major break in the case of Aton, and you're telling me that that case is actually a catalyst for tomorrow that we're recognizing nationally.
It is. Aton disappeared May 25th, 1979, and in 1983, really what happened was there were a lot of disappearances of children in between 79 and the early 80s. There were also a lot of disappearances in Atlanta, and they found about 29 bodies. So what that did was it really raised awareness of the problem of missing children, and President Ronald Reagan took May 25th and proclaimed it National Missing Children's Day in 1983. So it really is a historical day, and the advance,
raising awareness and exposure.
Right, and from there we really made such advances over the last 30 years in finding missing children.
Well, and Aton was one of the first to be featured on the side of a milk carton, as we mentioned earlier. What has that done to increase in awareness, not only among us, but also in elevating the seriousness that police take with these cases?
Well, after the proclamation of National Missing Children's Day, Congress then enacted, they required law enforcement to then work with the FBI and share information, because prior to that, it was like every state was their own jurisdiction. So now there is a requirement when a child goes missing that they must be entered into the National Crime Information Center with the FBI. And then from there, the information is disseminated. And regardless of how it's disseminated, finding missing children is really a cooperative effort between media, law enforcement, the public.
And we didn't see that cohesion 30 years ago.
It did not exist. So now, really, it really takes everybody to be aware and to find missing children. The Amber Alert has recovered 600 children since.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the exposure, because at the outlet malls in Anthem, we saw an electronic billboard with pictures of missing children, and they're going to keep those photos on their website through June. Do people pay enough attention to these pictures and posters?
I've been doing this 20 years, and I want to say that we have become more aware of missing children. And you know, we can look back at the case of Mikal Biggs in 1999 here in Mesa. It was really the largest case ever in the state of Arizona, and that really reflected the community coming together.